believe that there's always going to be that controversy of whether or not, this person is a believer or that person is a believer.
Yolanda Adams has always been more than just a singer. Her life has been surrounded by whispers and rumors that have left fans yearning for the truth. Now, at 62, she's ready to open up like never before. What secrets has she kept hidden behind that powerful voice? In this video, we delve into the untold story of Yolanda Adams, exploring her challenges, relationships, and the truths she's guarded over the years. To truly understand the revelations and the woman behind the music, we must first journey back to Yolanda's early years and the influences that shaped her life. Yolanda's journey began in Houston, Texas, where she was born on August 27, 1961, as the eldest of 6 children. Raised in a household where faith and music were equally cherished, her upbringing was deeply rooted in religious teachings that would profoundly influence both her career and personal life. From an early age, Yolanda's musical talent and spiritual connection were evident. At just 3 years old, she stood before her church congregation and delivered her first solo performance, a moment that foreshadowed the powerhouse vocalist she would later become. Interestingly, as a child, Yolanda created an imaginary friend named Hallelujah, perhaps a sign of her strong spiritual inclinations from the very beginning. Her home was filled with the sounds of gospel greats like James Cleveland and the Edwin Hawkins Singers, influences that would later be evident in her own music. But Yolanda's musical education wasn't limited to gospel. Her mother, a college-educated pianist, exposed her to a diverse range of genres, including jazz, classical music, and R&B. This eclectic mix of musical styles would later contribute to Yolanda's unique sound and broad appeal. Tragedy struck when Yolanda was 13 with the passing of her father. This loss marked a turning point in her life. She joined the Southeast Inspirational Choir, finding solace and purpose in gospel music during this difficult time. Despite her growing involvement in music, Yolanda remained committed to her family responsibilities, helping her mother raise her younger siblings. With family duties in mind, Yolanda chose to attend Texas Southern University, allowing her to live at home while pursuing her education. She graduated with a degree in broadcasting, showcasing her diverse interests beyond music. After college, Yolanda embarked on a 7-year stint as an elementary school teacher, working with 2nd and 3rd grade students. This period of her life demonstrates her dedication to education and nurturing young minds. However, her passion for music never waned. She continued to sing gospel, touring and performing with the Southeast Inspirational Choir on weekends. During this time, Yolanda's musical influences expanded. While she maintained her love for gospel acts like the Edwin Hawkins Singers and James Cleveland, she also drew inspiration from R&B legend Stevie Wonder and jazz vocalist Nancy Wilson. This blend of influences would later contribute to her distinct musical style. Standing at an impressive 6'1" tall, Yolanda harbored dreams of becoming a fashion model alongside her teaching career. Her striking appearance would later become part of her stage presence, complementing her powerful voice. Despite her growing reputation as a singer, Yolanda initially viewed gospel music as a passion rather than a career path. As she told interviewers, "I always sang gospel music, but the career of gospel music was not a priority." Little did she know that her powerful voice would soon propel her to the forefront of the gospel music scene. Yolanda's talent couldn't be contained within the choir for long. Her standout performances with the Southeast Inspirational Choir led to her taking a solo on their 1980 hit, My Liberty. This rise to fame and career highlight was a testament to her extraordinary talent and unwavering dedication to her craft. Yolanda's journey began in earnest when renowned gospel producer Thomas Whitfield discovered her singing with the Southeast Inspirational Choir in 1986. Captivated by her voice, Whitfield approached Yolanda, determined to record her talent. This chance encounter led to the release of Yolanda's debut album, Just As I Am, in 1987 on Whitfield's Sound of Gospel label. While the album achieved modest success, it caught the attention of Tribute Records, a gospel label that would play a pivotal role in launching her career to new heights. In 1991, Yolanda released her sophomore album, Through the Storm, under Tribute Records. This album marked her breakthrough into the national spotlight, earning her 2 prestigious Dove Awards from the Gospel Music Association. The success of Through the Storm opened doors to mainstream media, with Yolanda making appearances on popular television shows like The Tonight Show and Arlen Hall. As her music career soared, Yolanda faced a difficult decision. The demands of her burgeoning success left her unable to balance her teaching career with her musical pursuits. Despite her love for educating young children, Yolanda made the tough choice to resign from teaching and dedicate herself full-time to her ministry through music. From the early stages of her career, Yolanda demonstrated a willingness to take risks and push the boundaries of traditional gospel music. Her 1993 album, Save the World, incorporated a diverse range of influences, including jazz, R&B, and Latin music. This bold move paid off with the album's chart success, validating her creative choices. Yolanda's 1995 release, More Than a Melody, further cemented her status as a pioneer in the gospel genre. The album showcased her remarkable vocal versatility and drew from various musical styles. Songs like The Good Shepherd displayed jazz influences, while Got to Have Love incorporated elements of rap. This eclectic approach helped Yolanda appeal to a broader audience, gaining airplay on urban contemporary and jazz radio stations alongside gospel channels. In 1998, Yolanda made a groundbreaking move by signing with Elektra Records, a major secular label. This decision raised eyebrows in the conservative gospel community, but Yolanda remained steadfast in her commitment to her message. She assured her fans that the move to Elektra would only broaden her audience, not compromise her faith-based content. Before her Elektra debut, Yolanda released one final album with Verity, formerly Tribute Records, called Songs from the Heart. This collection featured 10 classic church hymns reimagined as modern R&B, jazz, and hip-hop tracks, further showcasing her ability to bridge traditional and contemporary styles. Yolanda's first album with Elektra, Mountain High, Valley Low, was released to great acclaim. The label promoted it heavily across gospel, R&B, and adult contemporary radio stations, expanding her reach even further. The album's success culminated in Yolanda winning her first Grammy Award for Best Contemporary Soul Gospel Album in 2000. The single Open My Heart from this album became a major R&B hit, produced by the legendary duo Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. The song's lyrics addressed God directly, maintaining Yolanda's spiritual focus while appealing to a mainstream audience. Following this breakthrough, Elektra capitalized on Yolanda's momentum by releasing 3 albums in quick succession. Christmas with Yolanda Adams arrived in late 2000, followed by the live album The Experience in March 2001. Recorded during the Sisters in the Spirit tour, this live album featured collaborations with fellow gospel artists and spawned a popular cover of R. Kelly's I Believe I Can Fly. Late in 2001, Yolanda released Believe, an album of original material that further pushed the boundaries between gospel and mainstream R&B. The album's polished sound and the uplifting single Never Alone demonstrated Yolanda's continued evolution as an artist. However, Yolanda's career hit a temporary roadblock in the early 2000s. A 4-year gap between albums followed, partly due to the merger of Elektra Records into Atlantic Records. During this time, Yolanda also faced personal challenges, including the end of her marriage in 2004. Despite these setbacks, Yolanda's faith remained strong. She channeled her experiences into her music, releasing Day by Day in 2005. The album's themes of hope and perseverance resonated with listeners, and two of its tracks, Be Blessed and Be Blessed, went on to win Grammy Awards. Throughout her career, Yolanda has been known for her striking appearance and fashion sense. Standing at 6'1" tall, she often incorporates high fashion into her image, favoring designers like Donna Karan and Pamela Dennis. This approach has helped her appeal to younger audiences and break away from traditional gospel singer stereotypes. Beyond her music career, Yolanda has been actively involved in various charitable causes. In 2005, she established the Yolanda Adams Scholarship Foundation, which encourages students to pursue teaching careers. She has also worked with the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services to promote childhood immunizations in underserved communities and has supported organizations like the Children's Defense Fund. In 2007, Yolanda embarked on a new venture that would expand her influence beyond music. She became the host of a morning radio show on a gospel station in Houston. This wasn't just any gospel show. Yolanda envisioned it as a clean, faith-based alternative to typical morning radio programs. The show quickly gained popularity and was syndicated across the Radio 1 network, reaching listeners in over a dozen cities. Yolanda's approach to the show was refreshingly inclusive. She described it as an overall morning show, rather than strictly gospel or inspirational. This broad appeal was reflected in the diverse music selection, which ranged from Mariah Carey to George Benson to John Mayer. Listeners appreciated the show's balanced mix of music, current events discussions, and faith-based content. The show's success was evident in its rapid expansion. Within 2 years, it was airing in 26 radio markets across the country. Yolanda's co-host, Marcus D. Wiley, brought additional flavor to the program with his character, Bishop Secular. The show's popularity sustained it for an impressive 10-year run before concluding in 2016. However, the demand for Yolanda's unique brand of morning radio remained strong, leading to the show's relaunch in September 2019 from Texas Southern University's KTSU-FM 90.9. As Yolanda's radio career flourished, her music career continued to evolve. She parted ways with Atlantic Records, which marked the end of that chapter with a greatest hits album. Yolanda then signed with Columbia Records, a move she felt would better support her as a vocalist. In her own words, she needed to come to a place where singers are loved and adored. Joining a roster that included powerhouses like Beyoncé and Celine Dion, Yolanda was confident that Columbia understood how to nurture and promote exceptional voices. But Yolanda's entrepreneurial spirit didn't stop at music and radio. She also ventured into the fashion world, preparing to launch her own clothing line called Yolanda's Closet, designed for tall women like herself. The line was set to include jeans, t-shirts, and other items, with plans for online and department store distribution. In September 2007, Yolanda showcased her enduring musical prowess at a star-studded gospel concert in Madison Square Garden. Her performance, particularly her rendition of Someone Watching Over You, left a lasting impression on New York Times reviewer Kelefa Sana. He likened Yolanda's improvisations to a preacher's cadence, noting how she skillfully embellished familiar musical phrases, building them to powerful crescendos before seamlessly returning to the main theme. As the year drew to a close, Yolanda released a new Christmas album titled What a Wonderful Time, produced by the hit-making duo Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. The album featured Yolanda's interpretations of 5 Christmas classics alongside 5 original compositions, capturing the spirit of the season. This release demonstrated Yolanda's ability to put her unique stamp on familiar tunes, while also contributing fresh material to the holiday music canon. Looking ahead to 2008, Yolanda had plans for another studio album, again collaborating with Jam and Lewis. Rumors circulated that this upcoming project would be an album of duets featuring legendary female singers, an exciting prospect for fans eager to hear Yolanda's voice blend with other iconic artists. Yolanda's influence continued to grow beyond her musical and radio endeavors. In 2010, she released a book titled Points of Power, based on a popular segment from her radio show. This publication allowed Yolanda to share her insights and inspiration with an even broader audience, further strengthening her role as a spiritual leader and motivator. The following year, 2011, was particularly eventful for Yolanda. She performed her signature song, "The Battle Is Not Yours," at the BET Honors, in tribute to the legendary actress Cicely Tyson. Later that year, she participated in a star-studded tribute to Aretha Franklin at the 53rd Grammy Awards, sharing the stage with Jennifer Hudson, Christina Aguilera, Florence Welch, and Martina McBride. Yolanda performed Franklin's classic, "Spirit in the Dark." Her rendition was so powerful that Franklin herself repeatedly expressed her admiration for Yolanda's performance. Yolanda's patriotism and support for the military were evident when she performed at the prestigious National Memorial Day concert in Washington, D.C. on May 29, 2011. This performance honored U.S. soldiers and showcased Yolanda's ability to use her voice not just for entertainment, but also for national unity and remembrance. May 3, 2011, marked the release of Yolanda's 11th studio album, Becoming, produced by Steve "Swag" Crawford. The album featured the single "Be Still," written by Donald Atkins Jr. In an innovative marketing move, Becoming was released as a Walmart exclusive, making it widely accessible to her fan base. The album's success contributed to Yolanda winning the BET Award for Best Gospel Artist in 2012, her fourth time receiving this honor since the award's inception in 2001. As Yolanda's career progressed into the 2010s, she showed no signs of slowing down. In April 2013, during an appearance on BET's Lift Every Voice, she announced that work had begun on her 12th studio album. While details about the album's title and release date were not yet available, Yolanda revealed an impressive list of collaborators. The project was set to feature contributions from top gospel producers Donald Lawrence, Israel Houghton, and Kirk Franklin. Additionally, Yolanda mentioned a studio session with Diane Warren, the Grammy, Billboard, and ASCAP award-winning songwriter known for her work with Whitney Houston, Patti LaBelle, Tina Turner, and Elton John. Moving on to Yolanda's personal life, we see a journey that has been marked by both triumphs and tribulations. In a candid 1994 interview, Yolanda opened up about a painful chapter in her past. She revealed that she had been in an abusive marriage, an experience that profoundly impacted her life and ministry. Yolanda was just 25 when she married Troy Mason in 1987, but the relationship was short-lived, ending in divorce by 1990. Yolanda shared that the abuse had begun even before they tied the knot. She described how love can sometimes blind a person to red flags in a relationship. In her own words, she was so in love that she didn't want to see anything wrong with him. This experience taught her valuable lessons about the importance of maintaining a strong relationship with God and not placing anyone above that spiritual connection. Despite the pain of this experience, Yolanda found purpose in her suffering. She believed that her past qualified her to minister to women who had gone through similar ordeals. She wanted to show others that despite her public image of always smiling and looking put together, she too had faced significant hardships. This transparency became a hallmark of Yolanda's ministry, allowing her to connect with her audience on a deeper, more personal level. Yolanda's journey through love didn't end with her first marriage. In 1997, she married former NFL player Tim Crawford. This union lasted 7 years and brought Yolanda the joy of motherhood. The couple welcomed their daughter, Taylor Ayanna Crawford, in 2001. However, the marriage ended in divorce in August 2004. These personal experiences have undoubtedly influenced Yolanda's perspective on relationships and her approach to advising others. This was evident in a segment of her radio show, Yolanda's Take. where she addressed a letter from a woman in a complicated relationship with a divorced pastor. Yolanda's response was direct and uncompromising, demonstrating her commitment to speaking truth, even when it might be uncomfortable. In her response, Yolanda didn't mince words, telling the woman that she was prostituting herself by moving in with a man who was not her husband and who claimed to still love his ex-wife. Yolanda's straightforward approach might have surprised some listeners, but she stood firm in her belief that sometimes tough love is necessary. She even referenced Jesus clearing the temple, showing that her faith sometimes calls for strong actions and words. Yolanda's personal life has also been the subject of public speculation and rumors. For instance, her long-standing friendship with fellow gospel artist Donnie McClurkin sparked dating rumors. The two have been friends for nearly 3 decades, and McClurkin even appeared on Yolanda's morning show to address these rumors directly. Beyond her own personal experiences, Yolanda has also found herself navigating controversial issues within the broader gospel community. In 2016, she faced criticism for her response to controversial comments made by fellow gospel singer Kim Burrell. Burrell had made statements that many perceived as homophobic, and Yolanda publicly distanced herself from these comments. Yolanda took to Facebook to express her stance, writing about her gay friends and relatives, and emphasizing the importance of love in Christian teachings. She stated, "Hateful words are never profitable to the cause of Christ in the world. Jesus said they will know you by your love." This response proved Yolanda's commitment to inclusivity and her willingness to take a stand on controversial issues, even if it meant potential conflict with her peers in the gospel music industry. However, this public statement didn't sit well with Burrell, who later expressed disappointment in Yolanda's approach. Burrell felt that as fellow Houston natives and gospel artists who had shared stages, Yolanda could have reached out to her privately before making a public statement. Throughout these personal challenges and public controversies, Yolanda has consistently relied on her faith and her platform to spread messages of love, acceptance, and personal growth. Her experiences have informed her music, her ministry, and her public persona, allowing her to connect with her audience on a deeply personal level. The rumors and revelations, moving on to the rumors that have been swirling around Yolanda, and the recent revelation that has everyone talking. For years, Yolanda has been the subject of various speculations, particularly regarding her appearance and style. As a gospel artist, she's often found herself at the intersection of faith and fashion, navigating the delicate balance between personal expression and religious expectations. One of the most persistent topics of discussion has been Yolanda's approach to style and her views on what's appropriate for a gospel artist to wear. This conversation gained renewed attention when her friend and fellow artist Erica Campbell of Mary Mary faced criticism for wearing a form-fitting white dress on her album cover. Yolanda never wants to shy away from addressing controversy. She shared her thoughts on the matter in an interview, defending Erica and emphasizing that her friend's intention was never to be provocative. Yolanda pointed out that as artists, they naturally want to be stylish and keep up with current fashion trends. However, Yolanda acknowledged the complexities of this issue. She noted that as women with different body types, certain outfits might fit them in ways that some people find offensive, even when that's not the intention. Yolanda used herself as an example, explaining that her tall, slim figure with curves might cause a gown to fit her in a way that some might misinterpret as intentionally sexual. Yolanda's perspective on this issue is straightforward. She advocates for being respectful in her clothing choices while still embracing style. She emphasized that artists shouldn't feel pressured to wear shapeless outfits to avoid criticism, as that could lead to a different kind of judgment. In addressing these rumors and expectations, Yolanda revealed the thoughtful approach she takes to her public image. She shared that she's always mindful of what she wears, carefully considering the potential impact of her choices. This attention to detail is also reflected in her clothing line, Yolanda's Closet, where she ensures that each piece aligns with her values and sense of style. By addressing these rumors head-on, Yolanda has once again demonstrated her willingness to engage with challenging topics. Her candid discussion serves not only to clarify her position, but also to open a broader conversation about faith and personal expression in the gospel music industry. Thanks for watching, everyone. Subscribe.